Hello, you guys. I hope you're having a great day and staying safe. Today's video is a bit more serious, but I tell everyone this. Basically, what I'm gonna read here is my thoughts from like the past hour or so. I have a friend going through something and I wanted to help him. And this is what I came up with. So, I would like to have, people's honest opinions about what I'm going to say. At times I may be like jovial or, giggling, but nothing I say here will be a joke unless obviously stated.
Greetings.
And of course, if you have questions or want an explanation to something I said, feel free to ask it politely, please, if you can, in the comment section. And yeah, give me 1 second though. I thought there was like a PvP mode in this game, or where the bots fight each other. But anyway, I'll figure that out. Okay, I'm just gonna go into photo mode and let the AI just do whatever they want, so I can get to yapping. All right, so give me 1 second here. Okay, here we go. Now, I'm gonna turn the game volume off. For me, I can't hear it, but you guys can still hear it. Hopefully it's not too loud. I am gonna have to talk a bit louder, but whatever. So, for context, this message was for my friend. He sent something in the group chat that worried me for his mental health, and he's going through a tough time, and I wanted to help, and this is what I came up with. For more context, I kind of get a kick out of stuff like this, right? As someone who's been through a lot, been through a lot of stuff, alone as well. And a big question I've always had in life is why? Why a lot of things? Why is this happening to me? Or why can't I improve? Quotes up, or sometimes it's true. Sometimes you reach a plateau and you peak and you can't improve anymore. And why, basically, right? And I feel like I've matured a lot and fast for somebody who's only 26, 27, one of those. I forgot how old I am, but one of those. And all I do is try to be happy, right? And a big part of me being happy, when I have the energy to, is making other people happy. Especially when they're sad or mad or depressed or something like that, right? It just feels good to remind people. So anyway, I'm gonna get to the message now. It goes like this. I'd get a therapist, my boy. Fuck how you feel about it, because it's too important to ignore for any reason. Pride, guilt, or whatever. Whatever vices you have and you know it's holding you back, just know that you can try and fail and still be proud, even though you gave it a shot. Like, you can still be proud of that. I'm not gonna come off as thinking it's easy, because I know it's not. You just have to trust me there. I don't let my past make me feel like I have no future. I don't forget it. In fact, the older I get, the easier it is to embrace the story. I get excited knowing I can use my pain to easily connect with other people, when I find the courage to do so anyway. It's a constant battle, but when you finally accept that, it gets much easier. Please get a therapist, my man. I want the best for you, but it's not realistic that I can always be there, Even I need a reminder every now and then. It's all love. I'm just being real. That That way there's no confusion. Of course, you can always hit me up, but you just gotta remember, I'm human too. It doesn't always feel fair, but it is true. Accepting the truth takes a lot of weight off. Trust me. End of the first message. Now, I would like your opinions on that, but I'm on my soapbox tonight. I made another one. So for context for this next one, I made this like maybe 30 minutes after sending that first one and like having a phone call with my friend. I get all giddy and excited when I do stuff like this. I gotta tell everyone because I feel like I should. But yeah, I told everybody in the house I live with, and I wanted to hear their opinions. I don't want to hear that I'm right or something. I just want to hear other people's opinions because this is just what I figured out. This is just how I feel, and I got this conclusion I have from listening to other people and wondering how they got through things. And my answer is just an amalgamation of a bunch of different other answers I've heard. I don't think I'm this all-knowing wise man. I've just been through a lot and asked a lot of questions and put in the effort to genuinely get the result I wanted. And if I don't have it yet, I'm still working towards it. I'm human. Nothing happens overnight. Yada yada yada. There's a whole list, but we always choose to ignore it because it's easier to try to fit in and pretend to be normal. When a lot of us, life has put us through so many things, how on earth, after all that, could we still be normal? It doesn't even make a logical sense, but it's so normalized that we don't give it a second thought. It's just foolish, I think. It's foolish, and we gotta take accountability. It's hard for sure because it's definitely not all our fault, but I said not all our fault, not none of it is our fault. You do have to catch yourself, but once you control, like actually control the things that you have control over, it gets much easier to be comfortable in your own skin. Okay, now for the second message. I don't know how long that was, but here we go. I titled this one off the top because it just came to me and I wanted to write it down. So here we go. Looking at things as they are. Oh yeah, looking at things as they are instead of as you want them to be clears things up. Clarity makes it easier to find solutions / go through rough times because at least you know what's going on. Now, I'll explain, and let me finish the whole thing first. Try not to add confusion to anything because of worry. The thing you worry too much about, or not at all, either way it's coming. You know that. You've been through tough times before, or you're still there. Yes, it was hard, but possible. Notice that. How every time you've been through something very tough, and I'm speaking lightly by saying tough, but like things you thought weren't possible to get through. Notice how right now you're still alive. You obviously got through it, yes? Right? I don't use the word obviously to be demeaning, but like, because it's true. Yes? You're still alive. You're right there. You survived it. Yes, it was hard. I'm gonna get back to reading the thing now. And you did it. You just gotta do it again. Is it always fair? No, but you knew that, right? Let the past fuel your confidence in yourself, but not your ego. Your ego is important, but it's yours, not the other way around. You're in control of that, regardless of how hard it is. You can do it. And you have proof. Your past. Your past, I'm gonna expand more on that in a second, but let me keep reading. Look at your past, no matter how bad it is. Take what you can from it and leave behind what you don't need. It will be hard, but you already do that. Trust yourself a little more every day. And then I can't think of any other way. Please let me know if you know. This is part of what I've quotes up, figured out, 27 years and counting. End quote. Okay. So, I said I was going to explain something, but I forgot what it is. Hold on, give me a second. Let's see here. Oh yes, okay, so clarity makes it easier to find solutions / get through rough times, because at least you know what's going on. Now, there's like an asterisk to that. Obviously, you don't always know what's going on, no matter how much you look for the answers, right? Because life is just not fair that way. But I think you get my message, right? Accept the fact that you've tried your best to gain as much knowledge as you can about a certain situation, but only if you actually have. Do not lie to yourself. If you haven't put in the effort to do something, don't tell yourself you've done all you can. Now, don't confuse this with being hard on yourself. Just keep yourself accountable. Of course, we'll get tired. We'll take breaks. We'll be frustrated. We'll be mad. We'll be depressed. We'll be sad. And it works in the other direction too. We'll be overjoyed. We'll be happy. We'll be on top of the world. But nothing lasts forever. This extreme happiness or this like bellowing sadness, none of it lasts forever. But it's so much easier to remember the bad, and it's so normalized with all kinds of things, media outlets, and news. I'm sure you can name a bunch of other things, to focus on the bad. It's so easy. But the good things are literally happening side by side almost sometimes. But we just won't see it. Or we'll choose to ignore it. Or we'll brush it off as if it's something small. And sometimes it is small. But a lot of small things can equate almost to like one big bad thing. And as an example, luckily, I've been through a lot, so I can just use myself as an example. When trying to figure out how to be happier, going through hard times, when I was living just a year ago, or just a few months ago, actually, maybe like 7 or 8 months ago, going through one of the hardest times of my life, living with my mom. She's an avid drinker, she's a rampant liar, lots of things, and I'm the oldest of 5, right? So, again, I'm maturing fast. I don't have the things I wish I did, but I can be those things, like a person to talk to, or someone with the best intentions, or someone to trust. I can be those things because I know so clearly what the opposite's like. All I have to do is try to be good and, have the humility to know when I make a mistake or when I did something wrong. Because more than anything, I want me and the person I care about, or the people I care about, to be happy. So it's like a scale. It's like, what do you have more weight with? Or what do you let have more weight? The opinion of others, or being a good person, no matter what? Right? Once you visualize it that way, or some way similar, it becomes easier. I'm not gonna say it becomes easy, but it does become easier. It's still difficult, it's still a challenge. But after doing it for so many years, it's kind of like playing one of these games on a very high level or something. It becomes a challenge. It's like, I enjoy it. I enjoy the challenge. it's not always fun, it's not always seemingly possible, but I always can take joy and solace in knowing that whether I win or lose, pass or fail, I'll be okay. And I'll do better next time. With all of my might, I will do better next time. And then everything else after that just feels secondary. Like I said earlier, people's opinions, I don't know. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but these are my examples. So like other people's opinions is something I worry about. I have social anxiety, working on that. What else? What people think I should be doing type of thing, right? But the antithesis to a lot of these thoughts sometimes is just straight up logic. It's like, okay, well, they don't know everything I've been through. So like, yeah, of course, I'm only holding a part-time job. I definitely don't feel like working 40 plus hours a week anymore. I already did that on my own, saving my money while living in a trauma home, while trying to be a big brother, while trying to be the light of everyone's day, while not having one for myself, while, you know, just stack, and do the same thing for your story. And I've told my story in many, you know, with many different details and in many different ways, but all coming to the same conclusion. Well, I'm not dead yet, so I guess there's no conclusion, but to the same point of, I'm just trying to figure this out. I'm just trying to figure out how to be happy almost at all times. Like, whenever possible, I think, would be the most accurate. I'm trying to figure out how to be happy whenever possible. In public, in private, at home, around my friends, around strangers, at work, at school, anything. I'm trying to get rid of as many obstacles as possible. Anything in the way of my happiness. Within reason that I can dismiss or think past, I will. Because it's just that important. Whoosh. Okay. Rant over. Okay, guys. Well, I hope I made some sense. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you stay safe. And, yeah. Let me know what you think about, I guess, just life in general, and how we think about things, and how we can change, and understand that it's okay if you don't feel like changing right now, because it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of everything. But just because it's hard doesn't mean it's not possible. You can't do it. You just make sure you go at your own pace. That's all. Alright, I'm out of here.